to CEO University Money Mondays. Now, many people start a business thinking that they will flip on the switch or open their doors to customers or launch their business online and immediately begin to reap profits, only to find out that making money in business takes much more effort than they had initially anticipated. Now, during the first few months of business, there are many things that can go wrong. For example, you may find that your customers don't respond to your product or service as well as you had hoped. That's why on Money Mondays, CEO University Money Mondays, we'll be talking a lot about how you can change that. Now, perhaps you're having trouble finding reliable suppliers in your business who can provide what they had promised at a reasonable price, or in other cases, unforeseen events such as economic downturns could affect your ability to make money from your business. Now, you can avoid the common pitfalls of starting your own business by taking your time and planning out all the necessary steps that you need to achieve success. Now, whatever type of business you want to start, using the 10 tips, I'm going to talk about 10 tips that will help you. I'll talk about that today. That will help you in starting your business and hopefully making it a smashing success, okay? Now, the key takeaways from this video is that business success requires the ability to analyze situations and master organizational skills, right? Along with strong record-keeping skills. That's the first one. Secondly, the second takeaway is studying the way your competition does business can help you improve on your own business. The third takeaway is you will likely spend more time working for yourself than you would if you were working for someone else. So be prepared to make personal sacrifices if you want to be successful. Now, if you want to build a loyal customer base, providing exceptional customer service should be your top priority. And before you launch your business, be sure that both the business and yourself are ready to go. And what do I mean by that? It's important to be aware of the risks involved with starting a business and have a plan in place for any potential problems that may arise. Now, you should also consider developing some basic skills such as accounting, sales and marketing, and organizational skills and all the other stuff that's required. Okay? Now, let's get into the 10 tips for growing a successful business. And the very first one I've got on my list that I've written is organization. It's important to be organized in order for you to achieve success in business. Being well organized will allow you complete the tasks and stay on top of things that need to be done. And it's much less stressful. One way to stay organized is by making a daily list of tasks. Like when you do the first one, you finish, you strike off like you've completed that task, move on to the next one. This will ensure that you don't forget anything and complete all the essential components of running your business properly and running it well. Another way to stay organized is by creating a filing system. Now, it's a good idea to keep all your files in one place so that they're easy to find when you need them, and it will save you time from searching for documents endlessly. I go to some people's offices and they've got paperwork everywhere. It's really frustrating. You should also create a calendar and schedule your work. This will help you stay on track and ensure that you don't miss any important deadlines. Sometimes you miss one major deadline and that's it, you're in trouble. Deadline filing your taxes, that's it, you're in trouble. So the second thing is data management. Second tip is data management. It's important to keep your business records and data up to date. This will make it easier for you to track your profits and your losses, which will help you decide if you need to make any changes in the way that you're running your business. All successful businesses keep accurate records of their financial transactions. Knowing the state of your business financially and what challenges may lie ahead allows you to create strategies in advance for dealing with these challenges that may arise. Many businesses keep two sets of records. One is physical and one is in the cloud. Now, by upgrading to a system that automatically uploads new data and constantly backs it up, business owners no longer have to really worry about losing their information. The physical record is used only as a backup, okay? So keeping good records is important for any business, and especially for small businesses. If you are the sole proprietor or you have a limited number of employees, it can be difficult to keep track of all the day-to-day financial transactions that go in running your business, okay? A cloud-based accounting system, right? If you have a cloud-based accounting system, this will allow you to manage all aspects of your business from one place. Like you've got a centralized system, so you can handle your sales and your purchases to payroll and your taxes. Just take advantage of any cloud-based record-keeping software, and you have an accounting system in place that can be accessed by the internet that will help you greatly. Once you have a system in place, all you have to do is enter that data into the computer and it will automatically sync with your online account, and thereby all the information is online 24/7. Now, there are also customer relationship management software that can be used to help you store and manage customer data. You can use these different softwares that exist in the marketplace to keep track of your customers, the customer's contact, your customer's information, which makes it easier for you to send relevant offers to them. And this can help you build better relationships with your clients because you have a greater relationship with your client. You're in constant communication with them, and it also helps you increase your sales. So number 3 tip is study your competition. Don't be afraid to study your competition. After all, they might have implemented a strategy that works well for them and could potentially work well for you too. So it's important to know what your competitors are doing and what they're up to, and know their strategies and how their strategies can affect your business. You should study their pricing, study their marketing efforts, study their customer services practices, and study as much information as you can gather so that it will help you. If you identify any gaps in their business models that maybe could be filled by your company, consider implementing processes into your business that will fill that ASAP, because that's you taking market share from them and bringing it to yourself. So it's important to study your competitors so that you can stay ahead of them. Even if they've been successful with a certain strategy, you can consider taking that strategy, tweaking it, and implementing a much better version into your own business. Now, you might also want to see if there's anything or studying whatever it is that can help maybe give you a competitive advantage. There might be an opportunity for you to do something different that will hopefully gain market share for you. So number 4, consider the consequences of your action. A crucial part of being a successful business is figuring out whether a risk that you're about to take could end up hurting your business. Now, if you can predict the worst case scenario, then it won't come as a surprise and will be easier to handle when that situation comes up. This insight can guide the decisions that you make and help you generate better results. Understanding your risks and reward includes knowing whether or not to start a business or when or not to start a business. Let me tell you guys a story. So in 2019, around September, I was going to buy a nightclub, right? And get into the entertainment nightlife business fully. At that time, I had made investments into a music company, and I just felt like opening a nightclub would help me solidify my entertainment business, because I love entertainment and going out. But for some reason, try as I may, the vendor and I could not agree on a price. Okay, the vendor was asking for a lot more than I was willing to pay for the venue and for the assets of the business. Now, when I looked at the financial risks versus the reward, I decided to walk away from that deal. Now, 6 months later, in March 2020, the pandemic was in full swing and lockdown was imposed. Oh boy. Imagine if I had not walked away from that deal. I would have committed resources, hundreds of thousands of pounds, to a business that could not generate any revenue for at least 2 years. Many entertainment businesses were affected and eventually closed for good. A lot of different companies went into administration during the pandemic and because of the pandemic. I've seen many business owners who are afraid to walk away from a deal because they think they will never get another opportunity like this. They stay in a bad deal and eventually lose everything. This is why it's so important to understand your risk versus your reward, so that you can make better decisions in your business. The only way to be successful in business is to be able to identify and take advantage of opportunities. You also need the ability to recognize when something isn't a good deal for you, even if it looks like a great opportunity at the time. The best way to train yourself to make good decisions is by doing lots of research. If you are informed, you have the knowledge to hand, you can use that. You can talk to other people who have experience with similar situations. And thinking through what might happen if you decide like you don't want to take that deal, or what's the risk versus the reward before you make a decision. Now, business is about taking risks, but it's also about protecting yourself from unnecessary risks. Calculated risk taking will help you make better decisions in your business and lead to greater success over time. Okay? Now, Kaizen is the next one I want to talk about. Kaizen, never-ending improvement. Kaizen is a Japanese term that means continuous improvement. It's often used to describe the process for making small incremental changes in your business over time that will lead to big results. Now, Kaizen is about learning from your mistakes, experimenting with new ideas, and fine-tuning existing processes until they work better than they were before. Now, always look for ways in your business. Look for ways to improve your business, and look for ways to make it stand out from the competition. Look for ways to create a blue ocean for yourself. If you watch my channel, you will see I always talk about blue ocean. Don't be afraid of ideas or approaches. Recognize that you don't know everything as the CEO. There are many ways to increase revenue and reduce costs, and you should always be on the lookout for these ways. Don't be afraid to experiment with new ideas. You don't know it all. Make sure you surround yourself with people who can give you advice. There might be new products or services that you may be able to use, and make sure you track how these new products or services perform over time to see that they are truly worth keeping around. And look at the profits as well. You should always be on the lookout for new ways to increase your profits. That's one of the major reasons why you are in business. Keeping up with trends in the marketplace is important, but don't feel like you have to follow all these different trends literally or follow them blindly. Take a step back and ask yourself whether this business needs a change of direction or change of focus. If there are areas that you can improve or you can expand, go ahead and do that. Find ways to provide more value to your customers, such as through maybe a better service or new products or services. Try out new ideas. Don't be afraid to try out new ideas. Don't be afraid to fail. Just make sure you're failing forward. Now, if it doesn't work out in the long run, you have learned something valuable from the experience. Okay? Tip number 6 is play the long game. There's a lot of pressure to make your business successful as quickly as possible. I totally understand that. You're under pressure financially. But don't be fooled by the idea that you have to make an overnight success of your business and make that happen tomorrow. It won't happen that way. Instead, focus on what you can do today. Focus on what you can do today in order to improve your business over time. Now, it may take years before you see any kind of real results, but it'll be worth it when those results come. It'll be worth it when those results come rolling in. In a world where people are constantly looking for the next big thing, it can be tempting to focus on short-term goals. But if you want your business to succeed, if you want your company to grow and stay and be around in the long run, it's important to take a step back and think about how you can provide value to your clients over time. That will help you grow. That will help you scale. The thing is, in business, it can take months or even years before a business becomes profitable. So don't start turning a profit. Don't expect to start turning a profit immediately you open your doors or immediately you launch your online business. That takes time. It takes dedication. If you look at Amazon, for example, Amazon took years to become profitable. If you look at Instagram, Twitter, and many of the tech giants out there, it took them years to become profitable. And it may take years for your business to become profitable too. Expecting immediate results is one of the main reasons entrepreneurs fail. Instead, keep your focus on providing value to your customers and build a sustainable business model over time. The thing is, many businesses don't see a profit for several years, during which time they use their revenues to pay off the investment costs. Now, once these initial expenses are covered, the business can become profitable, making more money than it needs to cover debt and payroll. When you hit that spot, then you know that you're growing. After a period of time in which you've been in business and maybe you realize that it's not as profitable as you expected, it's worth investigating possible reasons why this is an issue. It might be there might be an issue with the product or service, or maybe the demand for the product or services that your company provides has declined. Are there new competitors entering this market and taking away customers who would have used your product or services at one point, but no longer do so because there are now alternatives that are available to them? Is that a reason why you're maybe not as profitable? If the business is making a profit but not enough to cover expenses, you should consider how you can increase your sales and lower your costs. It might mean that you're spending too much money. You might need your operational expense may be too high. It might mean that you might need to reduce spending. Or it might just mean you need to add additional products and services to your offerings. Now, if you do that, you might be reducing costs and increasing profit margin by adding new product lines or increasing your marketing budget. So number 7 is commitment to your business. If you're not committed to your business, it will fail. That's just a fact. This means that you must be willing to invest time and money in your business. If you don't have either time or money or any of these resources, then it's better you go look for a different opportunity or go get a job or something. Because if you start something that you're not committed to, you will give up. And if you make a choice between your business and someone else, who wins? You have to make your business come first. If you're not willing to put your personal life on hold for the sake of your business, then it might be time to consider whether you really want to continue with this particular venture. If that's the case, then ask yourself, what steps need to be taken in order for that commitment to happen? If you want to be committed, ask yourself, what do I need to do to ensure that this business is successful? Starting a business involves many long hours and hard work. But once you've launched, you've only begun in many cases. Like, that's when the work just starts. Your commitment will far exceed anything and will be required in any established company. This may mean spending less time with family and friends to be successful. You won't even have time for family and friends as you're trying to build your business. For you to be successful as an entrepreneur, you must have the no days off mentality, at least at the beginning of your business. You will need to be willing to work hard and long hours until your business is successful. You'll also need to be able to handle stress and pressure in order to keep the business going strong. If you're not ready for this type of commitment, then you should consider starting a part-time business or going to work for someone else, because it won't be easy. Running a business, starting a business, growing and making it successful is really, really challenging. Now, there's nothing wrong with full-time employment. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Just make sure you think it through and understand the level of commitment required before you launch your own new business. I have seen business owners underestimate the true cost of the sacrifices that's required to start and maintain a profitable business, and they end up wasting their time and hard-earned resources on businesses that they should not have started in the first place. So you really want to think about it. Think about the level of commitment that you need to have and figure out if it's for you. If not, stay doing your job. There's nothing wrong with that. So step number 8 is excellent customer service delivery. You cannot run a business without good customer service. Customers are the lifeblood of any business, and I know you've heard that 1,000 times. So it's important that you make them feel valued and appreciated. A great way to do this is by offering superior customer service at every time, and create superior customer service and superior customer support. This means that you need to be able to solve problems and help people with what they want, when they want it, and at a reasonable price. It also means that you should not let any customer walk away without feeling like their issue has been resolved somehow. Remember that there is no such thing as a perfect business. There's nothing like a perfect business. And you should understand that from the beginning, there will be mistakes. There will be mistakes. You will make some mistakes. And some customers will not be happy with your service. The key is to learn from these mistakes, learn from these situations, so that you can improve your overall customer experience. I cannot overemphasize that one of the most important things to remember is when starting a business, starting a small business, that customer service needs to be excellent because it can have an impact on many different aspects of your business's success. It's very important. I cannot emphasize that too much. And as an entrepreneur, you must be aware. You must be much. You're not just a business owner. You are a service provider to your clients and your customers. You'll be responsible for providing excellent customer service every single time in order to keep them coming back again and again and again. And this means that you need to be able to establish a strong reputation as someone who delivers on their promises even when things aren't going exactly as they planned, which the truth of the matter is they rarely do. Things rarely go according to plan. There's always one problem or the other. There's always one challenge or the other. There are many successful businesses that forget that providing great customer service is important. And if you provide a better customer service to your customers, they'll be more inclined to come to you the next time that they need something instead of going to your competition. In today's highly competitive business environment, one way to stand out from the crowd is by providing excellent customer service. One way to dramatically increase customer satisfaction is by under-promising and over-delivering. You under-promise, you undersell, and you over-deliver. This is a great way to keep your customers coming back time and time again. Many companies have turned this into an art form. And they are able to use this to attract more customers, more clients to their business. Customer service is fantastic. It will create a dramatic improvement in your overall business. And tip number 9 is consistency. A consistent commitment to doing the work necessary to make a business profitable is crucial. If you are not consistently adding value and building relationships with your clients, you will disappear as a business. You must keep earning their trust if you want them to stay with you and your brand for the long haul. Okay? You have to make sure that you're providing them value that they cannot get elsewhere. Number 10, don't be afraid to ask for help. And this is one that's really important. Do not be afraid. If you try to do everything yourself, it'll be impossible. To accomplish everything that needs to be done in your business, it'll be difficult for you to do that all by yourself. If you find yourself in this situation, don't be afraid to reach out. Reach out and ask for help from others who are willing and able to assist you so that your business can become more successful. Join a mastermind of like-minded individuals who you can share ideas with, share your challenges with. If you're running a small business, it's important to remember that you cannot do everything on your own. You need to give yourself permission to ask for help when it's needed. And it's also, you kind of recognize that there are many other people out there who are willing and able to help you and lend a hand. And that's why I said join a mastermind. If you're in a group of people like that, they're willing to help you. They want to see you succeed as well. So this brings us to a question a lot of people who want to launch their own business ask. And I get this a lot. What is the fastest way for a business to grow? What is the fastest way for a business to grow? Now, I have to put it this way. Businesses will grow at their own pace, and they often grow more slowly than expected. However, there are some aspects to running a lean business that can help your business grow quickly. Focusing on a small product line and scaling up instead of downscaling and providing some obvious edge over your competitors is one way to grow your business quickly. Another question is, how do you increase sales? And increasing sales can come from a number of different places. Like you can increase your advertising expenditure, where it is, if you're sure that it's proven to work, it's worked before. You can get referrals from your existing clients. You can build up a list of direct to consumer email subscribers, and you can use content marketing to attract a new customer base. Expanding the product line is risky because if it fails, let's say for example the consumers don't really like it, and it doesn't generate some significant profits, your company's profitability will suffer. So I'm not too sure about if it makes sense to add new products line just like that. So what makes a startup successful? Although defining business success is difficult, a good way is to look at how well you are serving your customers and meeting their needs. For startups, that means finding a scalable product or service, a startup that has an agile business model that understands the market and is ready to adapt when opportunities arise will be successful. So, to wrap up this video, I want to say to you that you have to understand that the success rate for small business is very, very low. If you're going to start a business, it's important that you have a clear vision of what you want your company to achieve. You should have a plan for achieving this vision, which includes funding and marketing strategies. And if you don't see yourself as an entrepreneur, but you still want to be part of the startup world, consider working for someone. Consider working for someone else. Consider joining a startup. Many people join startups and they become very successful. However, if you have a strong business plan and you're determined to succeed, there is no reason why you shouldn't be able to make it. If you want to be among the business success stories, then paying rigorous attention and implementing these 10 tips is a good start, but certainly not exhaustive. Being a business owner means being in a state of constant learning and adapting. Kaizen. Kaizen is the key. Till next time, thank you guys for watching this. Remember, you were born to win and success is your birthright. Never ever give up on your dream of becoming a successful entrepreneur. You just have to believe in yourself and go for it. Take care. My name is Victor Benitier. I'll see you guys on the next video.